Haven't done one of these in a while. Let's see how it goes. It's technical difficulties, but let's go. All right, I have some of the new contrast paints here. Also have some Daemons. I want to try messing with them. Changing all kinds of colors. I mean, come on. One of the coolest things about having Nurglings is that you can just change up their colors and get all wacky if you want. That's the shit. let's get a big old fat brush. Hobby's number 4 here. Oh, yeah. What do I want to start with? Well, let's see. Let's go with the good old Plague Bear's flesh here. Oh, this is my new pot. Didn't mean to open it yet. Oh well. It's all good. So I wanted to make my Nurglings all kinds of different colors. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Went ahead and primed them. White, obviously. So that I can go ahead and play with these new contrast colors and make a huge mess already. It's over here. I have no idea what I'm doing. I will make this setup work eventually. I promise you. Nasty Nurglings, best Nurglings. See, whom else? Wow, I really should have started in the back there with this guy. Yeah. Slather him. Some delicious color. Get a smaller brush if I'm gonna hit him. There we go. A lot better. Oops. Okay. Everything's gross. This is one of the things I've actually been really liking about like painting my demons is that if I get a little messy, it doesn't matter because they're demons. Like legitimately just doesn't matter. They can be whatever horrible, nasty color. And it looks in genre because they're horrible and nasty and demons. So it's a nice change from my Grey Knights, which are always, you gotta be like perfect and number 2 away. Do something. Here, let's do this Raid Shade. This is a like purple or gray. I think it's a gray, but shot. See what it is. Not that much. Oh yeah, it is like a purple. That's nice. Ooh. Well, it loses to Plague Bear Flesh, that's for sure. Holy moly. Completely took that color over. Actually makes an interesting color if you mix the two. It's kind of neat. Right. Nice. Let's see. What else? so many new colors here. Some old ones too. Like this one is an older color, but it's the Hidden Yellow. Is that a Age of Sigmar character? Yeah, that looks nice though. Really makes him pop. That's cool. A lot of color on there really fast. I mean, contrast paints, right? Like, that's their whole shtick. Let's see what else I got. Oh yeah, I got this dreadful visage. That should be interesting. It's super light gray, so we'll go up on this guy right here. Oh yeah, wow, that's not very different than the Raid Shade. Slather that on. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. All right, well, different, that's for sure. Let's do a Mantis Warrior Green. This is one of the. Oh, holy crap! Whole top just came off. This is definitely one of the new colors. Should be really obnoxiously bright green. Oh yeah. Oh man, let me get that in frame. I'm sorry. Oh, get that nerdling. Get that nerdling. Beautiful. I'm gonna go back and do like the horns in black and everything, but I like it when your pile of nerdlings isn't just like green, you know? Or gray. I think the box art has it all gray. Go. Man, that is so vibrant on this stream. Holy crap. It's not that vibrant, and I mean it looks good, but it's not that crazy colored. Oh yeah, look at that. All this grime. This is the was it Greygax sewer, whatever. Oh, this is a good color. Bought this specifically to like do rust on vehicles and things because it's just so brown, so gnarly. All right, let's do this guy back here. The guy whose back I was doing down below is actually visible in the pile of nurglings. Mm-mm-mm. These new colors are pretty nice. So easy to apply. Hey Sindri, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Thanks for swinging by. I'm painting some nurglings with the new contrast paints. Well, some of the new contrast paints. I didn't buy them all. I'm not made out of money. Just trying to get some color on them really fast. Like I was just saying, I like when the nurglings are all slightly different colors, not just green or not just brown or whatever. I think gray is what's on the box art. Man, So we have Mantis Green. That's a new color over here, which is super bright. I mean, this camera, I don't think its color correction is really helping, but super green. Can you hear me okay, Sindri? Hmm. Gosh, what else? Oh, I have Militarum Green too. I also have Dark Angels Green up there somewhere, so we can just do a whole bunch of different greens, honestly. In fact, I think that's what I might do. I'm being really sloppy here because I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do a bunch of work with like blacks and stuff to outline the horns and everything. But this gets a lot of color down so fast. Mm-mm. Yeah, buddy. Okay, I really like that. Two different greens and like a gray or something in the middle. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Can you hear me okay, dude? I feel like Alright. Move on to what should I do? Plague Herald? There's some Plague Heralds over here. I like that Militarum Green. I think I'll stick with that for this guy. I'm gonna leave his guts so I can put some like pinks in there and stuff, but for the most part, I'm just gonna slather some green on. Ooh, hey, that's a lot. Okay, well, thing is a contrast paint, so just unload your brush, grab them, go back over, pull the ones out of the, pull those big pools out of those recesses, move them around somewhere else. What's up, Ken? Hey. Ken, can you hear me okay? Sentry's not responding. He might have gone to the bathroom or something. Yeah, Ocho, what up, dude? Heresy. I'm liking it, brother. I know I'm already being tracked by some inquisitors now, but I love that I can mess up the painting pretty bad, and it doesn't really matter because if a Nurgling looks gross, then mission accomplished. That's right. What's up, Levi? Painting up some Plague Heralds right now. I got some Nurglings over here. I actually wanted to. I bought the plastic kit a while ago, and then Ken sent me some of the old school metal ones. So I'm gonna pile them up the same height as the plastic ones. Once the plastic ones are all together, but a little slow at first. You mean my commentary or you getting me those Nurglings thanks to what was it, UPS? LEDs? No, man. You really overestimate the amount of patience I have for like anything. So I got time for LEDs. What would you do for LEDs on like some demon troops anyway? It's not like they have plasma weapons or anything. They hardly have weapons at all. Just one spiky ass sword. Oh, volume was low. Oh, my volume is low or your volume is low? Eyes! Yeah, okay, fine. Fine. Got me there. What are you playing in D&D, man? You playing 5th? Are you playing with Brian? Boop, boop. So that was Militarum green. I have some of the new greens, or some of the new colors here, uh, in general. So let's see what Rattling Grime looks like. It's pretty grimy. Who knew? I'm really slathering this on too. Looks good in all those recesses so fast. Alright, that's a little much. Even for me. Let's see. I have Mantis Green too, which is like a really fuck off green. It's so bright. Oh man. I should actually do one in like Plaguebearer Flesh and then one in the Mantis Green, and you guys can contrast them. Not that that really matters because my camera's color is all off. I notice. I think part of it's just the lighting, but 5e. Are you guys playing like your own campaign, or are you using one of the books, like Storm King's Thunder, or delicious? Man, this is like, I don't know if you guys can really see. Oh, especially not now with it not focusing properly, but it really got into all those little crevices pretty good. Crevasse. All right. Brian's special. Oh, nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. Brian's a great storyteller, so. Alright, so we did one with Militarum Green. I'm gonna do Plaguebearer Flesh on the next, and then I'm gonna do Mantis Green after that. I think it'll be a cool project. Experiment. What's wrong with this thing? Not properly. No, no one liked Thaco. I'm like, I started playing in the red box, so I remember Thaco. Doing your reverse AC calculations, so much fun. Could you get a negative armor class in second, or was like 0 the best? Honestly, remember. I was pretty young when I played back then. Like I had my first character that I remember was a ratkin, which was or like a ratling. I don't remember what we called it, but it was a made up race we had. because the only pewter mini I could find that I really liked was a little rat armed with like a shiv. It might have been like an old Skaven model for all I know, honestly. And like I multi-classed everything. I was like a thief, fighter, cleric. Is stupid. Don't do that. But it was fun. And his name was Ratty, because you know what you do when you're like 11. Plague Bear flesh for you. So. Oh, nice. Yeah. I also joined a online D&D game with some friends, and then I just started on another game that's actually in person, which is crazy because I forgot what that was even like. All right, so this is Militarum Green next to Plague Bear Flesh. So you can obviously see that's a crazy difference. Militarum Green being way darker. Let's go ahead and grab another Plague Bear here and throw on some of that Mantis Warrior Green. Right? It has been a long time, but yeah. D&D, like, tabletop's not bad, don't get me wrong, but like in person is the shit. That is the way to play that game. Kind of like 40K. Like TTS is great. It's an awesome training tool. It's better than nothing, but it does not beat rolling dice with your actual friends, or like actually in person, I guess. Because I roll with tournaments and stuff with the folks who aren't really, my friends, so to speak. Just folks I know. But you can already see how much brighter this color is. It's insane. Mantis Warrior Green is not messing around. Oh, hey, Levi, I saw a leak that I'm not 100% sure what it means, but I saw a leak that if you play, I'm not sure if it's you play Chaos Space Marines or you play Demons, but you can either bring Demons or Chaos Space Marines, depending on which one I'm thinking of. So, I think I saw it in the Demons Discord, so it's probably if you're playing Demons, you can bring some like 25% of of your list can be Chaos Space Marines, which I thought was super interesting. Oh, Return to the Tomb of Horrors. Yeah. So Tomb of Horrors, if I remember right, Gary Gygax made it not even to test like your character so much, but your player. Like there are so many like one-shot kill traps and stuff, regardless of how strong you are and everything. It's pretty nuts. All right, here let's. Yeah, it is. My color is off on this camera, but it's pretty damn bright. All right, so that's Mantis Warrior Green. This is Militarum Green, and then we'll do Plague Bear Flesh here on the left. So you can see that they go the color correction now. Like I never noticed it during my interviews, but it's so bad right now, and I'm really sorry. Here, let me see if I can't move my light out of the way a little bit, and that might help. No, it's not helping at all. Yeah, it's a warp locus, and I guess that keyword will be pretty rare. But if a model has it, which like the only one I've seen so far that has it is the Lord of Skulls. But if a model has it, then you can deep strike. If you're within 6 inches of it, you can deep strike within 6 inches of other enemy models, which makes charges just like stupid easy, especially for corn, which probably gonna get +1 to charge. You know, because then you just need a 5 on the dice out of your locust charge. That's pretty insane. These guys. Let's see. That's so many plague bears now. Well, I mean, I got 10. I don't know about so many. I haven't really played with contrast paints like this. I use it, you know, a lot of time I'll use it like over the top of other colors. Like if you use Teclis blue and then you cover it with Talisar blue, the contrast paint, it is just the most vibrant, ridiculously like royal blue you can possibly think of. But yes, I will be adding open wound colors and stuff too, and I got to do all the horns on the Nurglings, and I got to do, you know, the all the weapons. I'm just kind of doing some putzing around with some contrast plate paints and doing some basing, some base coats, if you will. Let's see what else. Oh, I have Black Legion here. Although that might look better on the weapons than anything else. And then I can go over them with I can dry brush on some like silver or some like Nurgle's Rot. That would probably look pretty good on the weapons. Wait, let's use one that's gonna actually stand out. So let's grab some of this Black Legion color here. Oops, maybe where you guys can actually see it. That might help. Yep, that's black. It's very, very black. I mean, against my black keyboard, it's almost impossible even to see what I'm doing. And I missed this guy's hand. But, like I was saying earlier, what's been kind of fun and freeing with painting like demons is I don't care if I mess up too much. You know what I mean? Like, it's a demon. If there's a little bit of paint out of order or in the wrong spot, like, it looks fine. But on my Grey Knights, no, I demand perfection of myself at all times. Alright. I think the grime colors might actually be better for the weapons and stuff. Like I've got that new like sewer color, Gargex sewer, rattling grime. Just started running a werewolf game. Oh man, I haven't played werewolf, and I'm a big D&D guy. Like played a lot of that recently. In in high school, a lot of my friends were into Vampire the Masquerade, which I played a little bit of. The actual tabletop game. We didn't do any of the LARPing stuff. That became part of my life much later. Always got a little nurgling in there. I don't know if you can see. I didn't even notice when I was putting it together, but there's a little nurgling in there. Quaint. It's gonna work. Can you guys see it? I'm sorry. This is one of the new contrast paints. This one is Targor Raid Shade. Kind of like I don't know, pinkish brown. It's pretty transparent, so the white is like really, really shining through. I'm gonna have to touch this guy up or change his color later. I don't know. I think it's neat when like demon armies aren't all one color anyway. I mean, like there's a scheme, right? But like if all blood letters are the same red, you can change up the shade of red. I think that's completely legitimate. Maybe even throw in an orange or something just to add a little pizzazz to your unit of nearly mindless warp entities. So I'm gonna before I get rid of this guy, I'm gonna make that guy. Ah, I like Nurgle. I don't know. Hmm, maybe I've been playing too much like Chaos Gate, but I really like Nurgle. I like that, you know, like Nurglings are cute and they're just trying to spread their gifts. You know, just like I guess it is a weird choice with COVID just ending though. What class are you playing, Levi? Where'd that red shade go? I missed the backside of his arms again. Hold on, let me guess. Levi is playing a bard. Oh, Turtle Druid. Never mind. I don't know, Levi. You seem like a bard kind of guy, but yeah, you can't. I don't know. The color on this. I'm really sorry, guys. This is like not my best work here, but you can see it. Oh, okay, that's close. Yeah, I really gotta work on this correction. Boo. It does have like it looks like it has almost no color on it on the camera, but I'm telling you, it does. It does. It does. I made some of the most broken D&D characters. My favorite was a cleric who worshipped Zeech. What was the domain that you chose then? For Zeech. Because Twilight wouldn't really work. Order. Well, I mean, Zeech is order, right? Back to Plague. Plague Bearer Green. I played the last cleric I played was a Kenku Death Cleric, and I only got to play like twice before that campaign ended, thanks to the old COVID. I think I got him to like level 2. I was gonna multi-class him into assassin rogue actually. Playing a Kenku was pretty fun though, because I would keep notes of like things that my party would say, and then I would say them again later in like situations where it didn't quite work or yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Highly recommend it if you don't mind going a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Yeah, Plague Bear Green might be the go-to for a reason. I don't know. It's just a solid color. Looks good. Falls in all those crazy recesses. Great. It's all cadaverous. Gross. You don't recall? Kind of miss multiclass. Oh, like Paragon or classes or whatever? Prestige classes. Yeah. 3.5 was definitely like a min-maxer stream. Not that you can't min-max in 5. You totally can. But I like that they dumbed it down a bit. That you really don't normally want to multi-class more than like one class, where in 3.5 it was like you wanted to min-max and go like for 3 or 4 classes. They kind of did the prestige class thing like out the gate with 5e, because it was like a prestige class was like a way to really focus your character, and now you get to do that like at level 2 or 3 when you pick your like subclass. So like Valor Bard plays very different than a Lore Bard, for instance. I'm playing a Valor Bard actually in one of my games right now. And I'm playing an Artificer Armorer Dwarf in another. I like dwarves. Probably my favorite fantasy race. That's why I'm so stoked for squats. Also, they have their like power armor really reminds me of the StarCraft armor, which I know annoyed some people, but I love it and I'm totally cool with it. I am here for it. I think it looks great. I I love that lore of like they just kind of closed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. They're like isolationists, you know. Also, the whole thing where like they have these horrible secrets and they really don't want like I don't know the Mechanicum to know. Yeah. Papa Call is gonna be like, so tell me about those ion guns you have. They're gonna be like, well, we talked to these blue fish cow people, traded them for it. Welcome to Heresy. Can't work with casinos. Oh yeah. Quick and dirty, but you know, works. I think I'm gonna stick with the greens. I tried some of the other colors, and the greens are just what's really popping for me. The mantis green, now that it's in like a unit of other colors, it doesn't look so bad now. Cause I got like 2 of the Militarm green guys over here, and then 2 of the Plague Bearer ones. He's not popping so bad as he was before. So, hey Kippy, how are you doing, man? I'm well. I haven't done a hobby stream in a while, so I got home, I made dinner, took care of the animals, and I got to um, priming these guys real fast, just so I could jump on the stream for a few hours, play with these new contrast paints. Just picked them up today. I went to my local games workshop store where let Ian, who's a very nice man, know that my paint had been delivered almost a week ago, and then he blinked twice at me and he's like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, I have this email from Games Workshop saying that my paints were delivered to this store, and turns out they were not." So he let me have paints anyway, obviously, because I'm currently uh, painting with them, but he thinks that they got lost somewhere because he didn't receive them. He says it's all good. Mistakes happen, especially in the land of global supply chain issues, right? Also, oh, I'm gonna actually show it up here. I finally got my Nephilim book because they were apparently just like sold out everywhere. It's obnoxious. No one had it anywhere. Well, if you're digging the neon, that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna do some more Mantis Warrior Green here. Oh, yes. And like I said, it's not quite so bad in person, but it's much brighter than the other colors, and there's no two ways around that. At least the other greens, I mean. Mm-hmm. Gotta get that butt. Paint that butt. No ifs, ands, or buts. Awesome stuff. Looking good. Was painting up some corn demons before I had to move. Nice. It looks like they're gonna be able to be souped with one another, so you can have some Nurgle Daemons holding your back line, being super obnoxious and like hard to kill while you charge your front line up that's all made out of bloodthirsters and bloodletters. Just like, oh yeah. Have some like a Zeech Lord of Change out there doing some control magic bullshit. Drive everybody crazy. Into it. Into it. I'm gonna go get some Vulpes pink real quick. Start doing these guts. I reach right for it too. I don't think that ever happens. Woo! 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 I gotta come up with a much better like setup than this one. I mean, it works okay, but yes. Pink in there. You get Winds of the Warp dice to give you points to spend on mini strats. Yeah, but if you bring Be'lakor, I guess you get your full army points. That's a $150 model, so probably be 3D printing that. I mean, totally buying it. Oh, these are teeth. Okay, well, I guess I'll use the pink to shade the gums, and I'll go back over and do the teeth later. Yeah. And I've got I have some of that Oohoo glue again. I don't know if you guys have played with that much, but the Oohoo glue is actually here. I don't know if this will show up very well. So I have this 3D printed beast of Nurgle, and if you can see all this like saliva he has going on, this like goop, there's like some down between his teeth, and that is actually a cat hair right there. That's not supposed to be there, but this is all Oohoo glue mixed with some Nurgle's rot, and then you just stretch it. So I'm gonna do that on all of these guys too. I'm gonna make them as gross as possible. I'm into it. Do I have any blood for the blood god? I do have blood for the blood god, which I use for blood effects on with Oohoo glue and stuff. Yeah. Yes, I have 3 cats and a dog, so the pet fur thing is a like you don't win that fight. You you don't win. You just resign yourself to dealing with it because there's nothing else you can really do. And I love my animals, so I'm not gonna get rid of them. Like the hair is just part of my life now. Yeah, I think the gum. I think I did the gums on this guy with blood for the blood god. Might not have. I don't remember. It's been a while, but like all of this little goop on his tongue and stuff is all. Have you ever used like? There's that model train water, right? And then down here, on his base too. So the model train water is I can't remember the recipe now, but it's like white glue and some other stuff, and then you can throw whatever color you want in it. So if you want water, you can do blue. If you want, pus, you can do yellows or greens. If you want, blood, you can do red, and you can pour it into like these. These are 3D printed bases. So they have this like rock rim, and so on that other guy, I just poured it in there, which meant that not only did it look like it's standing in a pool of goop, but it's actually like super super glued down on there too. So uh, yeah, my pet hair problem, like with my wet palette and stuff, even if I leave and close it, like just by it being open while I'm actively painting, it just gets pet hair in it like crazy. I find that I throw out my paper faster from the pet hair than the fact that it's like covered in paint. Yeah, I think it's woodland. I think you can buy woodland scenic, but there was a YouTube video I saw where this guy actually said like you can buy this or like you can make it for nothing. And so I've got my own pre-mixed bottle of the green gooey oozy stuff just for my new Nurgle models. Just some right here on his little belly. Actually, I'm surprised right now. I only have one animal in the room with me. It's not normal. They like to follow us around, really, most of the time. And my wife and I mean by us. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that pulls so nicely. I really wish my camera could like show this off. It looks really nice. I did a cool effect with that. Mix light green, then flick dark paint on it. Yep. It's an excellent idea. Actually, I really like that too. I did something like that when I was painting models for Gloomhaven. There was the Night Shroud class, and I painted him mostly just black, and then I did like a starry effect by flicking like white paint on it after I tried to do like some nebula style. Oh, and now all the cats are in here now that I've actively mentioned them. What's up? Titan's Advocate in the house. Good brothers in plague. Now we're talking. Hi, Sylvie. Are you hiding from Loken? Because you started something and then don't like that he will finish it? Uh, we have a new male cat. His name is Loken. We got him when he was like 8 or 9 weeks old, but he's about a year old now. And like Sylvie, who's only a year older, will start shit with him, and he is already massive. He's probably like already 9 or 10 pounds. Like he's ripped. He's a big boy, and Sylvie gets her like ass kicked, and then runs in here and is like, "Daddy, help me, save me." 30K Death Guard, nice. Yeah. I'm pretty. I like that I'm seeing in all my Instagram and stuff now. There's all this cool 30K horrors heresy stuff out. I love to see that so many of those old Forge World models are like becoming plastic too. So nice. Like the Contemptor Dreadnought is coming out in plastic, and there's that tank that I can't remember the name of. I think it's a Sicarian, but you guys will correct me, especially Ocho. If he's still in the chat, he will definitely bite my head off. But I think that's so cool. I think I just posted progress prints of one of my Vexilus the other day. I'm really happy to be choosing the Dusk Raiders scheme over Death Guard. Yeah, so this was done with the Targor Braid Shade. I don't know. Nice. You're gonna watch me stream while hanging out there. So Zach, my orc player friend, and I were actually talking about going back up to Waystone here soon. I definitely want to order my whole squat army from them. So, all right, here's my Plague Bearer champion. You can tell from the bag of skulls. So what do I want to do here? What color should I do him? All right, we have here, actually, let's get my whole squad together so far. You guys can take a look at it. The color combinations that I have so far. Well, like I said, this is mostly just to play with some contrast paints anyway, so. Man, that color is so off. I'm really sorry, guys. But you can see we have Militarum green, and then Plague Bear Flesh, and then we have the new Mantis Warrior green. And we have some other dudes out here. Yeah, man. I think I mean, yeah, we wanted to try to make it up there every like 3 months or so. And I think we're well past that at this point because of, like summer, real life stuff, stupid real life. Oh, hey, so I think I mentioned this earlier, but I want to I want to show this off. Uh, Ken sent me a bunch of the old metal pewter Nurglings. Like a huge pile of them. And I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. That's actually coming through. Okay, but you can see like they haven't changed that much. Like their horns got bigger and they're in a pile now instead of. But like they've got the big goofy like frog mouths and. So what I want to do is now that I know how tall a Nurgling pile is, I'm gonna actually pile them up on top of one another and glue them down and make try to make 3 more bases just of the old pewter ones. Yeah, I'm doing a. It's funny. I started a demons army because I started painting. I found these guys online. I 3D print a lot. I love this model, and so I just printed out like 3 of them, and I was actually gonna do a Grey Knights diorama, and then I discovered that these are actually stand-ins. Well, they're they're not, made for this, but they're excellent stand-ins for the beasts of Nurgle. And so then I started to do a little bit of research, like into Nurgle armies, and then the like demons book was announced, and now I'm like, well, I guess I'm making a demons army because if you can see up here under my monitors, I have a whole bunch of those guys and one Grey Knight because I wanted to see the size uh, comparison, but I've got some that I'm actively painting now. So yeah, I guess I'll have a Nurgle army here soon. Mostly because I don't know. I started painting this guy and I just had so much fun painting him. And I think this is the third time I've mentioned it on this stream alone, but like you mess up on one of these, like you just draw your brush a little too far and you like paint over the lip or whatever, you don't care. It's a demon. Where if you like mess up your edge highlighting on a power armor and you're like, it's like the worst thing. Did you send other models? I only got Nurglings, Ken. I got a huge pile of them. I got whole Dreadful Violet. No, I have there's Dreadful Visage. Is that the one you mean? Because that is this color here. Which again, my camera color is all off. It looks much more brown in person than it does like it looks more purple here, but it's very, very, very translucent. Like you can definitely it barely covers it all. Oh, there might be It's not lings. If they're the same size as the Nurglings, I guess I just assume they're all Nurglings. Because like I just started playing this game 2 years ago or whatever. So you know, I especially don't know the old models almost at all. Yeah, it's not really no, it's not really purple. It's more brown. It looks more purple here. It's more brown. Like it's a yeah. I wish this camera weren't messed up. I'm gonna have to play with this, but yeah, it's more brown. Although, if you look at the paint pot, you would think it would be like purple as hell, but it is not. I guarantee you. Here, here's a Nurgling pile. If I remember my colors right, so this is Militarum green up here. This is Plague Bear Flesh down here. This is Mantis Warrior green up here on the left. This is the Dreadful Visions here. This one here is also yeah, Dreadful Visage. This is what is it? Garagax Grime. Super recommend that one, by the way. And then the one right here in the middle, the middle is Iodine Yellow. So I was trying to make them all kinds of crazy colors. I think I'll stick with greens from now on, but still gotta do my Plague Herald. Do you think it needs a good shaken? I gave it a pretty good shaken, but I mean it's a contrast paint, so it's super watery anyway. It's not like here, let me see if I can't get you guys to see what this looks like in the pot. See, it looks just so purple, but it doesn't actually come out purple. It's like a purple brown. It's purple-ish. Hi, looking. Hey, buddy. All right, so back to my Plague Herald champion. What color? Mantis Warrior green? Militarum green? Plague Bear Flesh? Something crazy? I have so many contrast paints now. Oh yeah, man, the like Baroque armor. I heard that like Thousand Suns is just atrocious. Mix them all on there. Just I might as well do the grime color then. I got a real purple. Yeah. Hold on. All right, so for pure purples, I have Shyish purple and Magos purple. So Shyish is like a deep purple. Let's see if I can't put it on something for you. It's like a deep purple. And the Magos purple is like a lighter purple. Ooh, I haven't even opened this pot before. See? I don't know if you can really there. So this is the Magos on the right, and this is the Shyish on the left. I guess I could go purple. Be interesting. Nice pallid bruised color. Yeah. I mean, he's got the heads in a bag. Actually, he's holding them by the hair. So never mind. They've got like maggots and stuff coming out of them. So which purple, right or left? Still need to get into my Age of Darkness box and start assembling and painting my muscle wizards. What's that? Cat cam. It's a muscle wizard. Is that like a battle mage? Thousand Suns. Oh, is that what they call him? The Thousand Suns are muscle wizards? Go with the darker? Alright. Let's try it out. Like one model might look real goofy, but in an army it might look real good. Can't really tell until it's all dried anyway. Because paint dry is a couple shades lighter than it is when it goes on. I mean, as you all know, I'm not trying to say I know better than you, just trying to make conversation. I mean, Ocho alone has spent more time painting like vehicles than I probably ever will in my whole life spend painting anything. Like total. Because Ocho is crazy. He's definitely spent more time sticking LEDs on things than I have. That's for sure. Take that to the bank. I mean, that's not bad. It's gonna just gonna dry. Might be a little weird if I put Slanesh demons and stuff in my army. Wait, is Zeech? Well, hold on. Is Zeech purple or is Slanesh? Or does it not matter? I mean, obviously Corn is red and Nurgle is green. But like, do the other two have a color? I know they all have color or like, holy numbers and all that jazz, but nah, one of them's got to be blue. That's a primary color. So is that Zeech or is that Slanesh that's blue? Zeech is blue. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. So Slanesh is probably purple or something. So how many of you guys actually play like 30K, like the 30K Horus Heresy game? 'Cause I'm curious about like, Black Legion obviously used to be Sons of Horus, like led by Abaddon and all that. Um, but before Sons of Horus were called that, they were the Luna Wolves, as we all know. Um, and so, can you play as the Luna Wolves or Sons of Horus? Like, do they have different rules, or are they the same Legion and you just like paint them a slightly different color with a lot less eyeballs, or a lot fewer eyeballs? I guess is the actual way you should say that, but far fewer eyeballs. horns, but too late now. Or her, I guess. I imagine a Nurgle demon is probably pretty genderless overall. Oh yeah. That is very purple. So Slanesh is purple pink, corn is red, Nurgle's greens. Oh, Slanesh is pink. During the time Ocho worked on those 4 armigers and 6 knights, I was able to complete over 2,000 points of Deathwing, build the Army of Darkness box, and start painting most of them. Fantastic. Well, you can't rush perfection, my man. And yeah, Ocho definitely is not just running through a whole bunch of models with some contrast paint the way I am right now. But mostly I've never played with contrast paints like at all. I really wanted to see how they do. Like I had a problem with my airbrush this evening because I was trying to paint this white primer and I only ever paint black primer because I only ever do like, you know, full blown real on paint. So and then I usually base coat with my airbrush. So I prime and base coat with the same airbrush. And but this time I was like having to really slow down and lower the pressure on the airbrush, and I was having to do like multiple coats of primer. And it's the Vallejo white primer. Like it's not some shitty primer. It just took forever. Like I had to really take my time. And that was just in the priming step. Chaos has no rules, only guidelines. You don't say. I'm very surprised. So we will do guts in pink, and then I want to do this little pustule in like a green, just to really make it stand out. We'll do the yeah. So I had I put some thinner in it at first, and that obviously made it like really bad in terms of like just how thin it was. I was able to forego that step on my next airbrush. What do you call the bin up top? I want to call it a magazine because I'm, you know, guns, but that's not a thing. The hell do they call it? The hopper. That's a like paintball gun term, but anyway, into the like that. And when I stopped actually thinning it, I realized it went on a lot smoother. So that was weird. But first time ever using white primer, which is hilarious because I've owned it a while. I just have never used it. I've been wanting to play with contrast paints more. I just haven't. You know, like LVO came up, and I already had a pretty good idea of how I wanted to paint all of that, so. I think my color scheme for my so I love the yellow of the Imperial Fists, but everybody hates painting yellow, obviously. But on my so going back to D&D slightly, I playing a dwarven artificer armorer, and so their whole thing is like they actually make their own power armor. It's called power armor, even by the rules. And so I painted him up in the style of how I want to paint my squats army. I think it's gonna look pretty good. So like red cloth, like cloaks and stuff, and like yellow armor with white, or probably more like gray accents, like an off gray. I think it'll look, or an off white. I think it'll look pretty good. Where'd that pink go? White is annoying. I don't know. I haven't painted much with white other than this primer. I should paint with white more. Guts. Give me them guts. Delish. So on the NoobHammer Discord, link in the description below. I think most of you are already on there, but anyway, I guess one of the last weekends in August, my buddy Zach, who plays orcs, he's been on the channel a bunch. He's been doing the like child's play, 24-hour stream for charity thing for years now. He wants to do a really long, not 24 hours, but like 3 days straight. Warhammer stream, and he's talking about putting together like a crusade and stuff. I think that'd be really fun. I'll probably bring my Grey Knights. I mean, even if like League of Votann came out right now and I got all of them in 2 weeks, there's hardly any way I could get 2,000 points done in, or 1,000 points done in 2 weeks or whatever. So it'll be fun. Zach's been working on a lot of video stuff at his place for live streaming, and then I have all the audio squared away with my wireless mics and stuff, so we're gonna try to do like at least probably a 2-day stream, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe not Friday, but like Saturday, Sunday, or maybe starting early in the morning on Friday. I don't know, or early in the morning on Saturday, and seeing how long we can stay awake by like drinking balls and that one statement just like brought me back to my high school LAN party days, drinking some balls. I don't even think they make or sell that stuff anymore. I don't even think you could get it if you wanted it, and it tasted like taurine and garbage. Straight up trash is what balls actually tasted like. Man, I'm pretty stoked for the new Demons Codex. Looks like it's gonna be really fun. From the leaks that I've seen, it looks like it's gonna be a blast. Even the Great Unclean One stuff looks super fun. You can spawn back plague bearers and nurglings, do all kinds of crazy stuff in psychic phase. I've been wanting to paint a lord, which will change anyway, so the demon codec might make me actually get around to that. TTS, that stuff is necessary. What do you mean? Like, oh yeah, I don't know. I've never seen a Demons Codex, obviously. Like, I've only been playing since 9th, so yeah, Jolt Soda. That's right. And Jolt and Surge. We had guys who would like go out of their way to go find Surge when we do LAN parties and stuff. Pretty funny. Those were the days. Ken, these spaces might look familiar to you. Because I might have stolen them from you. It was impossible to strategize as the person building the list or the person playing the list. Because those are very, very different things. Let's get this pointed down a little bit since I have this base I can't really hold on to. I love Nurglings. They are so just goddamn cute. At least you know these little faces. Hey! Knock it off. Jerks. Yeah, you too, Loken. You too. Yeah, yes. Just yes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of an elite deep striking army, but then I look at my Grey Knights and I'm like, aren't they supposed to be an elite deep striking army? From what I've seen from the leaks so far, they're gonna have some really neat like synergies, but it's also gonna be like, not to say that it'll be necessarily good or crazy competitive, but hopefully it'll be viable to like run a one god army. You know, like yeah, it's probably better if you grab all the best like units from each individual one and then grab Bellicor or whatever. But if you want a really thematic like Nurgling army, or sorry, Nurgle army, that seems like it's possible. So I don't think you can use square bases anymore. I just don't even think that's a thing. Sometimes you get lucky with the pre-rolls, and then Winds of Change, you get lucky with 2 turns of a 4+ invul army wide and roll your opponent. And then the next game do the opposite. Beautiful. Well, yeah, I mean, some of the leaks I've seen so far, like there'll be, what do they call it? They don't call it an invul. Because remember, we have specific effects in the game now that like ignore. I think it's an ethereal save. which is an invul save that can never be ignored. Like it straight up says that or whatever. So like a demon could potentially have a 3-up or 4-up against shooting that actually stops like a Tau railgun. Because the Tau railgun ignores invul saves but not ethereal saves. And I knew that this is exactly where the arm race of saves versus ignoring saves was actually going to go. Is that it would go to some bullshit like that. The second I saw that the Tau railgun was ignoring invuls, I'm like, well, they got to come up with some other like real invul save now that's like, you know, actually gonna ignore things. But I think we all saw that coming. We're all smart people. Titans Advocate, that's Garrett, right? That's you, Garrett? I'm bad with names to begin with, and then like I can't even see your face, and it's just like some online handle. So I'm probably messing this all up, and that's probably not actually who he is, but you all get to laugh at me now when he says no, that's not me. Yeah, but degrading invuls would have made sense. Instead, you've got that shock value of how they're like, oh my god, it ignores invuls. Like life's over. I mean, everybody remembers when Morty came out, right? And it was like the fucking subreddit. It was just like it's the end of the world. Who's ever gonna like? Well, like how are we ever supposed to beat Morty? This is insane. This power creep's stupid. And then like within two tournaments, everyone's like, LOL, JK, he's not that bad. Like he's strong and that's great, but he's not insane. Paint some nerdlings. Oh, this is actually very relaxing because you know, just it's a bunch of stupid nerdlings. They're hilarious. They're fun. Morty always got punched out by the brass scorpion. What didn't the brass scorpion punch out? Another brass scorpion? You has ever fought a Lord of Skulls before? All right, knew it was Garrett. I did something right. I'm proud of myself today. That brass scorpion, man. So like best like worst thing ever. Our last game. Still have nightmares from that game. I got rolled so goddamn hard. Well, I guess that wasn't our last game, but that was our last tournament game that I'm thinking of with my Death Watch. Yeah, it was pretty brutal when I went into that like uh tournament after action report. I'm like, how do I even talk about this game? This game was so bad. That was a blowout for sure. I can't believe your fucking Helldrake stayed alive so goddamn long. Like it lived 3 turns, and it should have lived like half of 1 turn. It's really funny, like in hindsight, but I was pretty goddamn frustrated at the time. So annoyed. I'm like, why won't this thing die? Like, I even spent a CP and heroically intervened into there. I was like, oh yeah, my melee team. Its days are numbered. Nope, its days were not numbered. This is that Magos purple. It's a pretty nice purple, actually. Hmm. I'm learning a lot about contrast paints. Like, I bought all these things, and I've been so. I mean, I don't even think I opened the Magos purple until tonight, and it's been on my shelf for months. I probably bought it to like do one specific thing, and then I forgot about it. You know, I'm sure you've all done that. So cute. Let's do a yellow again. Where's that other Nurgle pile? What should we do? So this is the back of the pile, and this is the like front 2 ranks. So this is actually gonna go together and be one unit of Nurgle. Oh, it's just my thumbs. 1 unit of Nurglings. So I gotta be thinking about how these might look when I glue them together. So they're gonna go together like these. That's one Nurgling pile. I think it looks pretty good with all those like different colors and stuff. So what should I make this guy in the back? That's the very last Nurgling. What color should I make him? Like some like a blue maybe? I do have Dark Angels green, which I'm sure you love, because you're a big Darkwing Duck, Deathwing uh, player. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's give Dark Angels green. I've also apparently not opened until now. What's up, Jimothy? Good morning. It's almost 11 p.m. here, but good morning to you, sir. Got my paint pot right in the way. I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea how to actually stream me painting stuff. Whew, that is very different than these other greens. I mean, that's good, because, you want that contrast. By the way, if you don't play Demons, because I know a lot of people found my channel from my Grey Knight stuff, and they might find that playing or painting Demons is blasphemy. The Nurgling box is pretty cheap. It's like $35, and it comes with a shitload of Nurglings. And I don't even mean the ones in these piles. Like, I mean just like singular ones here. Like just ones that are like this. Like just one single Nurgling. Where there's like piles of two. And you could do really cool pit bashes with you, like Grey Knights. You know, like have them being like grabbed and like choked out by a Grey Knight or whatever. That looked pretty cool. And it comes with so many Nurglings. Like I was astounded by how many damn Nurglings were in that box. I think that's this guy's foot. I'm not 100% sure. There we go. A little hard to see on this camera. I can't believe this. Like, this is such a nice camera, and it just cannot do this on this, like, on these settings. I don't know what's going on. But this will be a group like so. Big old horrific pile of, like, gibbering nastiness. I'm into it. Currently writing a list of Deathwatch for Crusade. So you gotta bring a Watchmaster. Because, like, come on. Like, if you're gonna tell a story about Deathwatch, you gotta bring a Watchmaster. At least that's my hot take. Huge fan. That's where I would start. It's funny now that the Watchmaster is good in the meta, but like he wasn't always. But honestly, if you're gonna make like a story about your watch station or your watch fortress, you gotta bring your own Watchmaster. For sure. 7 a.m. in the UK. Yeah, that makes sense. It is 8 hours ahead. Oh, you're doing a lieutenant and a librarian in Terminator. Very cool. I guess you could always bring in a Watchmaster later as like the threat becomes real and the Watch Fortress will like give you more resources and stuff. But I would start with Watchmaster, mostly because I love Watchmaster Decius and his cat Sprinkles. But hey, man, you do you. It is Crusade, so go nuts. As long as everyone else is also going nuts. Like, you have to have that agreement where nobody's bringing, like, an S tier list. And, like, everybody's trying out some goofy shit, you know? For my Grey Knights, if I did a Crusade, I'd definitely start with my Grandmaster and a Nemesis Dread Knight. Just because I spent a lot of time kit bashing that model and it has my face on it. So even if he was terrible, which arguably he's the best unit in the Codex, but even if he was terrible, I would still bring him. Lieutenant Hicks, Journey to Become a Watchmaster. All right. First, you got to make it to Lieutenant and then to Captain. I mean, Captain Artemis has been one for how long now? Good night, Levi. Thanks for swinging by, man. I will catch you later. I will die to your brass scorpion later, I'm sure. Levi was my 2v2 partner. He played his Tau and I played my Deathwatch. We came in third at that tournament, I think. He brought a whole bunch of railguns and he brought like 2 railgun hammerheads and long strike. And then he brought some chaff like some Kroot and stuff. But man, they were just popping fools. It was crazy. Good night, Ken. Probably gonna get beat up by the Chaos Knight player in Crusade. What PL are you guys starting at, or are you guys being sane and starting with points? Because like a Chaos Knight, what can he bring for 500 points? He's gonna bring what, 3 War Dogs or something? He can't bring a. I mean, if he brings one big knight, that's fine, but he can't control anything. And now you guys are making me excited for Crusade. I've been wanting to do a Noob Hammer channel Crusade, and like I was gonna do up a whole like storyline. I was gonna do up like a whole like system map where as you control various planets, you get like various bonuses. And then your opponents can actually choose like what planets that they're gonna come after, which means who they're gonna like fight in their next round. So if like one player is doing really really well, they might end up playing twice as much as anybody else just because everyone else is like dogpiling on them. So I think orcs would be so much fun in Crusade because like orcs are just nuts, right? Like that's their whole thing. Because they're just batshit. They just want to fight. So like even if they lose, they've already won. It's fantastic. I can respect that. One of my friends is making an orc where they all wear sombreros and ponchos. I saw at LVO there was a player that had actually done that with their Necrons, which I thought was hilarious. In fact, one of the Scarab like teams had a whole bunch of sombreros on. He told me later that those like Scarabs had done something crazy in some game once, and so he wanted to make them feel special, so he gave them all sombreros. Might actually taken a photo and stuck that up on my Instagram just because it's like it was so bonkers. I was blown away by it. I'm never that good at the social media stuff. Like I know I'm supposed to do that to really get my channel out there and stuff, but I just can't be asked if I'm totally honest. Just a pain in the butt. And I hate Instagram. Like I take some pretty good photos and then I discover I can't post them because they're not square. Like this is the fucking 1970s. And we're back on 4x3. You know, I do like a nice wide angle shot, and they're like, sorry. Nicrols. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but that's hilarious. 2 a.m. there, yeah, man. You should go to bed. What the hell, Sindri? Sleep tight, dude. Man, like yeah. Is your friend like Mexican at least? I I feel like I wouldn't want. I mean, it's hilarious, and like I applaud folks that actually do that, but I don't think I could pull that off. I am. This might surprise you all, but I am very white. I was recently asked what my ethnicity was, and I was like, well, if you take Europe and you cut it in half from east to west, I'm everything north of there. Like I'm Scandinavian, English, Scottish. Like there's no there's nothing dark about me. Not even like Italy dark. So, like definitely not Latin dark. Ah, that's fucking fantastic. I am so into that. Is he gonna do the mustaches on like everybody or just the like commanders and stuff? Yeah. He is Mexican, yeah. Okay, good. I'm waiting for that like pendulum to swing too far though. Like he goes to a tournament with that army and he leaves it out, and then like uh, he's not around, and then someone else gets super mad. You you know what I'm saying? Like they don't have the whole story, and they like assume it's a white guy. I'm really having fun just dorking around and like painting these guys. Overall, I haven't bought them all and I haven't tried them all yet, but like pretty impressed with these new contrast paints, honestly. It's nice how much like difference there is between them, especially when you can compare them with all the other colors that are already out. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a yeah. I'm gonna. I mean, I don't want it to get really political either, but we have America is very proud of being like melting pot. Like we're like everyone else's rejects. At least that's like kind of what we were. And so, we have like we're the fourth most populous nation on earth. It goes China, India, Pakistan, us. Um, we have a microcosm of hundreds of like microcultures. So we have a lot of different like viewpoints and races and ethnicities and religions and just upbringings and everything. And it's like So yeah, I think generally speaking, we're pretty. I don't know. I mean, I'm from Portland and stuff, and we're. I think that we're having a renaissance of sorts. That's a strong word, but like we're having like a renaissance of like realizing, um, we're like an imperialist nation that made a lot of our wealth off the backs of these like represented minorities, and I think that's legitimate. You definitely say that about England, but I don't think England has the whole like the melting pot vibe that the United States does. But maybe I'm wrong. Kind of want to make an inquisitor wearing lederhosen. Oh man, you do you, dude. That's hilarious. I'm all for that stuff, like the goofy ass stuff. I feel like there are definitely armies that lend themselves to like really do that too. Like orcs for sure. Like they're just goofy as shit, just in general. Uh, I think Nurglings would really lend themselves to like a lot of goofy crap. You throw some clogs on some Nurglings, and if anybody even notices, like they'll really appreciate that. So I have all three greens on there. What do I want to do? Do I want to do another purple? That's Black Legion, so that'll be really, really, really. Oh, here's orange. We could do orange. Actually, I think I just want to do orange on this guy, on these tongues real quick. Stands out nicely. Oh yeah, looks good. Have some guard that are wearing slouch hats. I'm not even sure what a slouch hat is. I have to go look that up. Oh, it's like um the old Australian military like cap that you can you can throw up one or both sides. Yeah, the Australia hat. I think Americans wore those a lot in like Vietnam and stuff. I don't know. Always forget that there's this one. Ooh, the Farnborough Air Show. Rock on, man. I went to our recent air show like 6 or 8 weeks ago. I love that shit. So, thanks for swinging by, Jimothy. Have a great day at work. I should actually. It is after 11. I'm gonna finish these Nurglings and then I'm gonna call it for the night as well. I gotta be up. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't do Dark Angel Screen. Dark Angel Screen. I've got to be up at 6:30, so I don't want to spend too much time. Although I did have a lot of fun. It was also always awesome talking to all of you. Oh yeah. It's just so much fun. Don't worry about messing up too badly. Just put some paint down on your model. Love it. Try not to fuck up my brush too badly. Probably stop using this fatty brush for this stuff. My guard army is Australian theme. Oh, cool. Are they like? I mean, what regiment do you usually run them as? Are they like Catachan, Acadia, Talaran? Said no one ever, except Stefan from One Last Blade. What color did I paint that? Oh, I didn't even paint that guy yet. He's buried back behind everyone else. Alright, well, Dark Angel's green. It's gonna be. Just put some paint back there to absorb some light. Ain't no one gonna see him. Seen so much Cadian. Yeah, I mean, I get it, right? It's like they are the poster children. I love the. I know it's played out as well, but I really like the Catachan themes I've seen that are done all like Predator style. I think that's a lot of fun. I mean, they're pretty much like 80s action hero style anyway, so you just kind of like lean into it a little bit, and bam, you got like Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting a predator in the middle of the jungle or whatever. I'm a fan. Yeah, the Vietnam stuff too. I was actually just gonna say that like you could totally just like paint them up as some like American GIs from that era. Just do like OD green, the white like name tapes and stuff. That could be interesting. My dad was in Vietnam, so I like grew up reading a lot about it just because it fascinated me. Father was drafted. Siblings are so cute. So cute. So how long have you been playing Optimus? I've gotten to that point in my like career, if you will, quote unquote, where I really want like every damn army. I love the idea of having a guard army. The idea of these demons. I don't know, I guess like Chaos Marines and stuff don't really interest me that much, honestly. I know they are like some people's jam for sure, but like they're not really my thing. Yeah, get some paint on some models. It's been a while. Feels good. The only models I've painted lately have been for my D&D games, so it's nice to put some paint onto some like 40k models, you know? Even if it is some goofy models and a goofy paint scheme. I just want to go ahead and be able to like glue these together tonight. God, this camera. Like, I swear, it's not quite as bad as it looks. I'll fix that. I'll fix this camera. This is the... Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna start making mistakes. I can tell, like, I am fading fast. So I think I'm gonna call it. And Imperial Fists are gonna be awesome, man. You're definitely gonna want an airbrush for that yellow. For sure. Actually, were Imperial Fists yellow then, too? I don't even remember. I don't know my 30k lore very well at all. Alright, guys. Yeah, happy to do it. I want to do these more, but like it's summer and I'm just busy. I have camping trips and family reunions and birthdays and other gatherings and this and that and everything. So Nice. Tank spams. Good shit. All right, well, good night, everybody. I will catch you later. I'll do these more often so it'll seem less of a novelty, but